Thank you, Rachel. We are here. I'm Chris Manning, of course, joined by Scott O'Gallagher. And today we are going to talk about round 3 in the books of the NBA 2K All-Star Tournament. Scott, what are some of the things that you noticed from round 3?
A lot of exciting teams, some teams that we thought would get in, Throwdown being one of those teams. Exciting action across the board, and I guess, we'll get to that.
The winners of round 3 are Another Level, Throwdown 2K, KM, Still Trill, Bears, and Vibrancy Gaming. What are some of the things that you saw from these teams that qualified in round 3?
Alluding to our last show, we talked about the importance of the 3-ball. 10 out of the 18 teams that have qualified in this tournament are averaging over 23-point attempts per game. That's high, especially with 5-minute quarters, and you look at the NBA, Houston's leading the league at 40 attempts per game. So they're playing at a very high pace.
Last week, we talked about teams to watch for. Throwdown was one of my teams to watch for.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by Shaq and the Jet. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Miami as the Heat go up against the Charlotte Hornets.
What's
and
up,
for Charlotte, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Well, the Hornets seem to have found their man in Steve Clifford. Some very good results from his time as coach in Charlotte.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. For the Miami Heat, they come in off a loss to Orlando, and they took that loss to just 1 point. Those close ones hurt the most.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
And defensively, they were not able to make up for it. The turnover discrepancy was huge with the silent H. You can't recover with that kind of disadvantage.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin, Heat coach Eric Spoelstra.
Thanks, D.A. That effort permeates through the entire team. Brent, just how important is it to develop habits and routines early in the season that will set up a team for success in the months to come?
Well, Kevin, the habits in the early...
And here is Waiters. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. With 1 on the clock, that shot off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hornets on top. They're up by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
These niggas some
And forward
dickheads.
James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his...
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's quickly break down the game, guys. We've been watching from the Hornets.
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Charles in at power forward. Young is out there with Ramon Sessions. Then there's Batum, and it's Hibbert in at the 5, roaming the paint.
I think that's exactly the shot they wanted, Kevin. He can make that one all day long.
To the inside. Here's Charles. It doesn't go for him. Williams with the defensive effort. Johnson dishes to Dragic. Down low. Here's Williams. Whiteside.
Oh, he's some trash.
That one's not going to go. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the 10th pick in the draft can sometimes be a diamond in the rough. You remember Paul Pierce went to the Celtics many years ago with the 10th pick, and Justice Winslow fell to the Heat with the 10th pick a couple of years ago. From day one, Winslow has proven to be on the elite side of defenders in the league. Harris Bolster told us he plays with a veteran poise, but also with a youthful intensity, particularly on the defensive end. Kevin, he's been a great fit in Miami.
He just makes winning plays, D.A. Thank you. On the wing, Williams, trying his luck deep. No good that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
James Johnson's checked in for Williams. The Hornets also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Prez. Lamb comes. And the first half comes to...
Let's go, gentlemen. We still have one more half. Hey, if we let up on D even a little, it's enough to get their guy going. He is really causing problems for us from the outside. So I want bodies on him constantly. No space. We're going to smother him out there. Pressure's on them, gentlemen. Make them earn every single point.
We welcome you back to Miami in the American Airlines Arena on the shores of Biscayne Bay. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter. Welcoming you back. A different look for Miami. Williams, he's checked in for Whiteside. Dion Waiters comes in for Winslow. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Josh Richardson. And then for Charlotte, Prez comes in for Cody Zeller. And Levins is subbed in for Lamb. Dragic is out there with Johnson. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then it's Williams. And it's Waiters in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. One thing that the Hornets do very well, as we all know, is at the glass. Top to bottom, this team knows how to close out possessions, Greg, and clean up misses on the defensive end.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at the roster for the Hornets, everyone is helping on the glass. What is odd that they don't have one guy who averaged huge rebound numbers. It's a true team effort. They are one of the elite teams in limiting offensive rebound.
And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
If these guys are focused on making a push with the basketball, they can be very good.
The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Batum comes in for Levins. And Sessions subbed in for Kemba Walker. And last season, Kemba Walker enjoying his best season to date. Many thought that he should have been on that Eastern Conference All-Star roster.
And every year, someone's getting snubbed from being an All-Star. Last year, I felt like it was Walker. Had numbers that were comparable to the other great guards in the league. More importantly, he showed that he's become a leader on his team. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Batum with the ball. And it's Waiters picking him up. Drills it from outside. 6 points for Prez. And for Prez, who wanted so badly to win it all in college, it was a big letdown to lose in the title game. He did all he could, but it just wasn't enough to cut down the nets.
Yeah, but when you look at a guy like Prez, you see someone who uses coming in second as motivation. Sure, he came up short in college, but he's doing everything he can to make sure he gets some hardware in the NBA.
Lets the three fly, and another three for Charlotte. Well, nobody said
That
the
was for
NBA
you,
would
Mama.
be easy. Prez
That
got
was
his
for you.
first taste of the league last time out and was humbled with the loss.
And what he has to remember is that this is a process, and he needs to trust that process. Eventually, those L's will turn to W's, and he's going to be just fine.
Let's go. It's hauled in by the Heat. Bosch has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside, Williams.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
34 seconds left in the third. And Sessions kicks to Batum. Here's Charles. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Yeah, this is a tough one. The D is giving up way too many open looks, guys, and they're paying for it.
Johnson outside. Williams for 3. Williams with another miss.
Yeah, so far he has not had his usual effort in this one, and it's really hurting the team.
Passes it to Charles for the 3. The offensive rebound. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 13 points.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And it's a result of the defense not doing its job in the low post, boxing out and preventing second chance points.
Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline.